My Aunt Eunice is in Yale New Haven Hospital. She's developed a form of cancer that it just turns out that you folks have decided to study. You get her to say, okay, I'll be part of this experiment. I want you to try to cure my cancer and help figure out how other people with similar situations can be cured. So what are you going to do with Aunt Eunice?
With her consent, we would biopsy the tumor and sequence it, discover the genetic variations that are unique.
So you're going to slice a little piece of it off, and you're going to put it under microscopes, and you're going to go on a computer, and you're going to see what the DNA is.
Well done, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we will we'll analyze the tumor to find what are the particular genetic variations that your Aunt Eunice has.
How her DNA is different from other people who don't have the cancer.
Correct. Then we will take tiny little pieces of her tumor and implant them in mice with no immune system.
So now her tumor is going to take a little plane ride to California. We have another lab. And who's in that lab?
In that lab, there are scientists who will implant little fragments of her tumor into mice with no immune system, where each of those mice will grow an identical copy of your aunt. Think of them like the bubble boy from Seinfeld. They're mice with no immune system and have to live in clean rooms because they're unable to reject foreign tissue.
And you've developed these mice so that they can get Aunt Eunice's tumor.
Exactly.
So how many mice are going to get Aunt Eunice's tumor?
10, 20, something in that
So you got 10 to 20 mice that are growing Aunt Eunice's tumor. And why more than one?
Well, because each of them will have an identical copy of Aunt Eunice's tumor. And so we can then test a variety of drugs on identical copies of her tumor, and we can determine which drug or which combination of drugs is most likely to work for her. Then we're able to consult with Aunt Eunice's oncologist and say, you know, according to our tests, we believe that this combination of cancer drugs will have the best chance of curing her.
So if Eunice decides to do this, to say, okay, I'm game, give me this drug, you're going to watch what happens to Aunt Eunice.
Exactly.
Now after that, she's going to be part of a larger experiment. First of all, you've helped Aunt Eunice, but it's also a larger experiment where you want to put what happened with Aunt Eunice into this big database you're building, right?
Correct. We want to take the results of that, the sequencing data from her tumor, the recipe for her tumor, the exact results that we got in each of the test cases, and we want to put that together with hundreds and eventually thousands of other individual cases to build a very smart database that will be able to deliver more accurate predictions for future treatments much faster.